Today I want to show 10 coins that I will be buying as soon as the market goes down really hard. Now, there's no guarantee that the market will go down any further, but I have some cash aside in case it happens, because it's been happening and it can go down further, of course, right? I know a lot of people, they don't have funds to buy right now, so you might feel like, well, you're making this video right now. I do think generally that buying lows is better than highs. And you should be prepared for the fact that that might happen. So, I mean, if you have a job, if you have a passive income with crypto by, I don't know, running nodes or whatever, or you have some cash because your grandmother died, I need my stream deck because that yay shit, but it's not yay. But maybe for some people, they are so broke, they will be like yay. Anyway, if you do have some cash or you manage to get some, you can get something really cool out of this. Okay, so I want to talk about 10 coins now. You might after or during this video be like, why is this coin not there? Because I chose to stick with 10 coins for this video. There is a lot more that I actually like and that's looking good right now. And maybe I will make a new list with 10 other coins that I'm also potentially eyeing. But you cannot own them all, right? Like there are a lot of good projects out there, or at least a lot of projects that will make you money. And you have to choose at a certain point. You cannot own everything. So let's get into that. I want to show you why I like these coins, but also the levels that I think are interesting and why it's interesting to now make such a video. Because again, the market is screaming opportunity right now. So welcome to the Fomo Factory. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. Turn the bell notification on. I will not shill you shit. I will not clickbait you into this. I will do nothing like this is not... It's my job, but I'm not making money with it right now. So, yeah, like, let's try to be sustainable here. Let's try to be sustainable and not panic when the market is going down. Let's not get over euphoric when the market is going up, but really look what's going on right here, right? I don't want to go over the market too much. But overall, if I look at the altcoin market on the dollar pair, this is the top 125. Excluding the top 10, that's overall in an uptrend. But it's also because the top 125 is becoming stronger and stronger compared to the weaker coins that are getting out of that, right? Because yes, the market is not far from cycle highs, but a lot of coins are actually. But overall, the bullish momentum is being held. And at a certain point, it will flow from Bitcoin into the high caps like XRP, into the lower caps, why this chart is holding up, and then into the real lower caps, the shit that you're probably in and I, right? So that shit should still happen. Now, overall, you know my take if you are regular on this channel. Bitcoin is holding up very well, but altcoins are not doing well against Bitcoin. And I think that that's about to come, especially when QE is getting to a stop. But as you can see right here, even with QT, we are, you know, occasionally having a pump in the crypto market on its Bitcoin pair. And now that Bitcoin is at 100K or so, if we now pump against Bitcoin, that can mean a lot on your actual portfolio. So I don't want to waste much time, actually. I hope you just like make sure that you just have a bullish expectation on the market. Otherwise, this video has no use for you, of course, but otherwise you also won't be here, I think. What one chart is really interesting though, is this chart. This is basically the low caps on the high caps pair, right? So low caps lately have been bleeding into the high caps. Now, this is, if you think away this wide diagonal, then it's basically oscillating for the last 5 years. Right? And that's kind of bullish because we are now at the bottom. If we now overlay the altcoin market on its dollar pair, you can see last time this chart was at the highs was also when the altcoin market on the dollar pair was not that far from where we are right now. But now we have a whole way of going up. And I think that as soon as this goes up, the altcoin market sets for another explosion, because every time we went here, this was a mid-cycle top. This was the bull market top. This was the first bull market top, right? So if we're oscillating like that, it looks like we're now bottom-ish, right? Can always go a little lower, but it's closer to the bottom than to the top, in my opinion. And therefore, it's now good to make such a video, although a lot of people are, of course, a little bearish right now. But that's usually the best moment to buy. So the first one that I will buy, and let me also show you the levels first, by the way, and then I'm gonna get into it. Others, altcoin market, basically. If we hit this white line, this white diagonal line, will be my first DCA of around 30%. If we get to this red box, then I'm all in. Okay. And this red box lines up with the COVID of 2025. So if we get there is always the big question. But hey, if it happens, I want to take advantage of it and I don't want to be fully wrecked. So the first one, sorry, first one, CeDeFi Launchpad. Now, CeDeFi, I don't want to talk too much about what it is and et cetera, but it's a Launchpad token. And as soon as the market turns around, I think a lot of people, they want to, stick to the new launches because new launches do very well in an upwards market. And CeDeFi is now at extremely good levels right here. And I'm looking at it on its Bitcoin pair right now because Bitcoin is already up, right? So we only need altcoins to do a little well against Bitcoin. Not even back here, right? If it goes here, then that's insane, right? But Bitcoin is already up. So if this goes up a little bit, then CeDeFi on the dollar pair is already doing fantastic. Now it broke this diagonal, fair enough, but I think horizontals are a little stronger than diagonals. And this whole area between, around $1 is a strong area. So this is already a good level actually. But if it comes down to 60, 70 cents, really nice entry right there. Now, again, disclaimer, I don't know, of course, if these prices are going to go that low. I'm not counting on it. So I already have a position in all of these projects that I'm about to mention. But if they go lower, I will buy more. Because I'm convinced that this market will go way higher in a couple months than where it is right now, right? And the only way to profit from that is if you are actually in at the lows, right? CeDeFi showed without an alt season, we can do an easy 10x. Now let's do it with an alt season. So that's the first one, CeDeFi. The next one on my list, Ethereum. It's a layer one. Why Ethereum? So boring, right? Well, Ethereum is at a very good risk-reward ratio, in my opinion, right now. And also, Ethereum is the safest altcoin out there, basically. It goes back very far. And you can say whatever you want about Ethereum, about not liking the chain and fast, or not fast and not cheap. At the moment, it's cheap, by the way. But it is Ethereum, and Ethereum is there to stay, okay? TVL on Ethereum is at least 5-10 times as high as BNB, Solana, whatever, right? The big money is there. And it is secure as fuck, right? Institutions, they rather buy and use Ethereum than Solana because Solana, it's fast, it's cheap, it's user-friendly, it's retail-friendly. I love it. The interface of Fent, it's perfect. But it gets congested a lot. And probably because of its success, but it doesn't matter, institutions can't use that, right? And they can use Ethereum. How many times has Ethereum, how much did it went down? 0. 0 times. That's what institutions want. Try to look further than what only retail wants. Shut up. Ethereum is there to stay. Price-wise, in an uptrend, I mean, you can say whatever you want. Ethereum is in a bull market on its dollar pair. On its Bitcoin pair, not so much. Well, again, most altcoins are not right now. But 4K, give or take, 41, is the big resistance level. At the moment of recording, there is a peak in the amount of money that's in Ethereum shorts right now. If I look at this chart, and I'm not a pro trader, but if I look at this chart, I see resistance, support. People are shorting at support. Okay. If they get liquidated, then that's a huge explosion for Ethereum because this is a record amount. But that's short-term stuff. Over the long term, I think Ethereum will do great. If we can get it very low, like this wick went around 2K or so, yeah, that's easy returns for such a low risk altcoin. So Ethereum is also more for the people that feel like I want to have more exposure than Bitcoin, but the altcoin market is already wrecking right now and I don't want to go too risky. Yeah, like every altcoin is risky, right? That's what it is. Then let's not pick the riskier altcoins out of that sector already. Next one is Render. And I try to go with also multiple sectors. Layer ones, launchpads, AI, got some RWA, got some gaming, got some memes. Because you'll never know what's going to be the big winner, of course, right? And this is, I'm already going to tell you, this is not a list with coins with $1 million market cap. Everything is heading there already, right? So the thing is, though, that the good established altcoins are already getting quite low right now. And in that case, I feel like, we don't have to take a lot of risk for the same rewards anymore, right? A couple months ago, we had to look at a couple meme coins, a couple new AI agent coins to maybe get a 10x, right? But now we can take a look at a lot more safer coins for a 10x because these prices are a lot lower, right? And it's not, also if you look at CDFI, I think CDFI can get to $7, $8, right? Yeah, here that was a 2, 3x. Now it's already a 7x, right? And if it goes lower, fine. Then it's a 9x, 10x, right? My target is not changing if the market in the meantime is going down. You should not do that, right? Now, Render on its Bitcoin pair is looking like this. Oh, it's not looking like this yet. I don't know why I draw that. But Render is actually in a pretty decent position right now, where it found, somewhat of resistance here, support here, came all the way back down, and now here again. Render is already at a great level for me. If it goes down against its Bitcoin pair, then it can go down a lot more, 50%, right? But Render has shown that when the whole market, so others on their Bitcoin pair, right? Render has shown that when the whole market was going down on its Bitcoin pair, Render went up. So now let the whole market go up on its Bitcoin pair, right? Let's do an alt season now. How will Render do by then? It was already an outperformer, right? And it gave nobody really a chance to step in. And now we have that chance. Is it a guarantee that it will go up right now? No, of course not. I don't know. But the entry is now better than what it has been since 2 years almost, right? Now I think Render is interesting. Not here, now, right? If we look at Render on the dollar pair, let me get to the dollar pair Render. Look, I mean, it's kind of beautiful, isn't it? We had first big support, broke, ranging, another shot, support, and now it's basically at that second support. And it touched the third for a while, right? So with these coins, I would say DCA 1, DCA 2. And if it goes lower than that, there's a lot of history. Then we can take a look at way lower prices. But what's also interesting is this. If you look at the risk metric for Render, it's currently at 0.4 risk, give or take. These risk metrics can be very helpful, right? Because the risk metric hovers from 0 to 1. It's now at 0.4. You can make a strategy for yourself, like, from 0 to 0.4, I'm a buy, and from 6 to 1, I'm a sell, right? DCA in, DCA out. What's also interesting is 0 risk is 127. 1 risk is $40. Where are we now? At $4. So to go to 1 risk is a 10x. But to go to the lowest risk is losing 70%. is that a good risk reward ratio already? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. It's now in the light blue. And if you waited long enough, light blue has always been a great buy. Right? That's simply what it is. So render, definitely on my list. I'm not going to give price predictions or anything on these coins, but I do think that I mean, yeah, like I said, the lower it goes, the more profit you will make, right? And honestly, if render did this without alt season, then I think alt season is going to be very nice for render, actually. Next, I said I want to keep my videos within 15 minutes. Sorry for failing already. Super gaming, right? There are a lot of gaming coins out there that will make like crazy gains. But yeah, which ones are it going to be, right? There are fantastic looking games sitting at $1 million market cap. You can take your moonshot here and there, definitely. I have that as well. But overall, I do feel like, man, if you believe in crypto gaming, but you're not completely sure what to buy, get into such an infrastructure coin, right? And also because Super showed like, hey, you can say whatever you want about not having a gaming run or whatever, but in reality, we outperformed hard, really hard. And now it came down to this level again. Yeah, that's a buy for me, right? So Super at this point is a buy, but it's a big range. 35% lower, it's still a buy. Let me, right? So DCA into Super at these levels, perfectly. On the dollar pair, let me take a quick look. This Super on the dollar pair. Let me put it on log scale to give a little more decent picture of this. Right now, I would say the level is between 50 and 60 cents, give or take, right? If it falls, if it breaks, that's a little risky, right? Because it had such a move up that it can also move down really hard. Then I would say, yeah, that's pretty much lights out in that case. So price-wise on the dollar pair, it's a little riskier. You can also say there is a piece of this level right here. But I would say DCA around 50 cents, DCA maybe a little bit about 37. And if shit hits fan and it goes back to 17, 18, yeah, that's the place for me then. Next one is AVAX, a layer one. Look, AVAX on its Bitcoin pair lost it, right? Very clear that lost it. So when it comes to that, I'm gonna now be a little careful with AVAX. However, AVAX is a really good chain, actually. They have the gaming adoption. They have a little meme adoption. I see AI adoption happening right there, right now. Everything is good with AVAX except price. Not unimportant. With AVAX, I'm at the moment a little careful. I don't think AVAX will go down to this area right here. That's too hard of a fall for such a high cap and relative safe coin. So that's not my base case. But if I'm really unbiasedly looking at the chart, then the chart at the moment is not looking good, right? I want to see how it plays out first. AVAX needs to get back above this level. And I don't mean a retest, rejection, and down again. So for now, AVAX is on my watch list and I'm waiting to see what happens. If it creates support somewhere, double bottom, whatever, might be interesting, right? If it goes back up, support and hovers again, also great entry, right? But it's now too much in a death zone, basically, where it's for me not clear yet. So sometimes the best trade is no trade, right? On AVAX, like, yeah, could it now do this and you miss out? Could be, definitely. But same case it does this because the chart is not helpful. So in this case, I would say no trade for AVAX, but it's one that I have long-term conviction in and I want to see what it does in the short term. By the way, on the dollar pair, we can also take a look at that. On the dollar pair, how did I draw that? Yeah, on the dollar pair, this diagonal broke. So that makes sense given the fact that the Bitcoin valuation also broke down, right? Now, if we look like, hey, what are the horizontals for AVAX at the moment? On its dollar pair, it is sitting at a level that I feel like, wow, this is a buy, right? I always like to confirm that, like we just saw on the Bitcoin pair. Because on its Bitcoin pair, look, it's great that it's holding up against the dollar. But yeah, if Bitcoin in the meantime goes up against the dollar, then you can better buy Bitcoin, right? So therefore, like, yeah, is it specifically AVAX that's a good buy or not, right? But yeah, now the dollar pair looks like this is a place, right? This was so much resistance right here and support when we came into the bull market. And yeah, this is a level for me, definitely. If it breaks down, then the next level is somewhat between around $15 for AVAX. And that's a good thing because I think AVAX can go to 150 or so. I think that's really doable. Like a couple months ago, it was 65. We were already halfway there. People felt like 150. It's 2x doable, right? Now it's like, oh, it's so far. Yeah, okay, yeah. But again, my targets won't change based on the fact what happens in the short term, right? So the lower we can get in, the more profits you can make. Therefore, I said like, hey, if AVAX gets to $15, yeah, then it's a 10x to get to 150, right? So then we don't have to, go to the trenches to make these kind of returns. The next one is ChainGPT, AI/Launchpad. This is really a better looking chart in any way. If we go to ChainGPT on its Bitcoin pair, then this is what we get. This is looking beautiful, actually really beautiful. We have the resistance, a diagonal, which is overall less strong, right? But we also have this horizontal. And so far it showed like, hey, if we get to the horizontal, it pumps hard, right? It pumps really hard. Now we are there again. Yeah, if you ever wanted to buy this, like based on this chart on the Bitcoin pair, this is the best moment. And so this looks really good to me, actually. On the dollar pair, this is how it looks like. Oh, what these lines? Where are you going, man? Oh, there you are. All right. So based on this right now, this for later, I guess. Based on this right now, even on the dollar pair, it's holding these lines. I haven't seen it yet. It just got here, by the way, and it bounced perfectly off of this line. That's beautiful. I love that. What's also interesting is that this whole area right here was big support, right? And it's now kind of between support and resistance, right? So it's hovering. And in that case, I would say, let's see how it hovers, right? If it gets here, maybe sell, take profits, do nothing. If it gets here, buy, and in the middle, just wait. And now we're kind of in the middle, right? Kind of in the middle. So overall, for now, waiting. If it ever gets back to around 12 cents or something like that, I'm in. I'm in hard, right? If it does break that, yeah, then we have to see by then. Then I think 7 cents might be possible, actually. But this one is holding up a lot better than most so far. Next one, SPX. One of the few meme coins that I have. I also don't have big positions in meme coins. It is my highest holding when it comes to meme coins, though. What do I like about SPX? On its Bitcoin pair, I like the fact that it now has a good buying opportunity. You remember me from not talking about it here, but now I feel like, yeah, I don't know. It came from here. It bounced really hard. It came all the way back down there. And a lot of times charts like that basically just tell you like, hey, here you have a second chance. And yeah, I don't know if the market turns around. I mean, look, the meme coin craze as we have seen it a couple months ago, I think that's kind of over. People probably learn to manage their expectations and not to listen to these, how do you say that friendly? To Murat, for example, like too serious, right? Like, oh, it's all going to 100 billion and calm, right? Like, let's stay a little. But I also feel like there are some meme coins, like in any sector there are, that will outperform. And I don't know why. I like the community of SPX. The chart is showing like, hey, we can, and now we have a second chance, right? So it's also not that you missed out a lot or anything, right? Unless you were there on day one and you're comparing that. But this is looking actually pretty good. On the dollar pair, let me take a look right there. Is this a regular? Oh, okay. So let me see. How did I draw that? I'm not sure. May have drawn it like this. So the dollar pair is a little more the clear uptrend has lost, right? Up, 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 big spike, down, retest, breakdown. Okay, bad shit, right? Then again, diagonals, again, don't matter as much as horizontals because look where it bounced, right? It bounced exactly here. What was there? Well, you can take it back a lot, right? There's like every single time this fucking token hits 55 cents, it gets bought up. This is a great coin to trade, actually. Buy at 55 cents, sell at 70 or higher, somewhere like there, right? And then just buy back at 55 cents again. How many trades have you got out of this? Like a lot. So in this case, yeah, very simple. 55 cents is the target for me. If it loses that level, then I do feel like, okay, then I don't know what's there for SPX. Yeah, then it might go to 44. There's a little shit going on over there, but that's really the last support right there. But this is a good level. And if it ever shoots up to around 90 cents, a dollar, if you look at the resistance there, right? Support, resist, like, damn, right? Like, that's the bigger range, basically. So buy 50, 60 cents, sell at $90, right? You already got a couple of those trades out of it. As long as it's ranging like that, the trend is your friend. But even for a long-term hold, I think SPX might be a real good one, actually. It will eventually, I think, I hope, break to the upside. Next one is Chainlink. I don't have this one yet. Oracle, RWA, whatever you want to call it. Look, Chainlink is a boring coin. But it is the coin out there with the biggest use case ever, right? It's what it is. More than 400 crypto projects use Chainlink as an oracle to secure their projects, right? And they have to pay Chainlink in link tokens to do that. There's also for Chainlink, there's not really a competitor out there. There are some competitors, but Chainlink is still the big winner out of all of them, right? Price-wise, I kind of like Chainlink actually right now. Because if we look at Chainlink, it's been bad, right? It's been really bad. Since 2020, it's been in a downtrend. But we also see that kind of this level here was always the big level for support. Can it break? Yeah, of course. But if you want to gamble on a place to buy, then that's the level, right? So far, support, resistance, and this is support. Now, at a certain point, they are going to meet up, right? However, I do think that given the stage of the market where we are in, beginning post-halving year, Bitcoin 100K, like alt season completely not happened yet, like even a small bounce of that will already, because we are getting closer to this trend line, right? So it's getting more and more easy for Chainlink to eventually break this multi-year trend line. And I don't have a position yet. I missed this wick right here. Otherwise, I would have bought it there. If it gets back into this green box, I'm going to buy it. Right? And I'm going to just wait. I'm going to just wait and sit it out. Right? Because I thought last week, like, oh, I can buy it. But, it was up here. Now it's already a little lower. Maybe, who knows, in a couple weeks it will be there, right? And then I'm gonna buy it. Chainlink on the dollar pair. Never looked at that actually, at least not for a long time. Let's do this one. Okay. Oh, that's an old drawing. No. Whoa, that played out. I don't know how I've drawn that when I draw that, but it's beautiful how it played out, right? You have these ranges. Chainlink was in a very decent range, broke out, retested the range, and up. Yeah, that's beautiful. Dollar wise, it was best, of course, to get it here. But yeah, then again, that was August 2024, right? Like Bitcoin also went up from that period. Therefore, if you overlay Chainlink or if you overlay Bitcoin, you can see like, yeah, right? It went up just as well. So Chainlink on its dollar pair, if you type link BTC and you overlay it, you can kind of see that from that point, nothing much has changed, right? So if you feel like, oh, I missed out, if you bought anything else that kept up with Bitcoin, you haven't really missed out, right? Overall, I do feel like, okay, this is big support for Chainlink here, right? If it breaks, yeah, then we can talk about this level again. Then we can talk about this level, about $8-9, give or take. Maybe a little higher than 11, right? Yeah, that would be my first target actually. This 12 to $11. Right, so Chainlink is for me a typical DCA coin actually, if you look on the dollar pair, right? A really typical DCA coin. You can see the ranges so clearly on this one. This one is so ranging. If you just feel like I need Chainlink, okay, cool. DCA, 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 DCA. $5, $9, $12, and 18. That's Chainlink for me. 2 to go. The next one that I would buy is Beam. I think that Beam as a subchain of AVAX and the fact that gaming is at the moment so freaking undervalued that people try to convince themselves like it's dead. No, gaming is much more alive than a couple years ago, right? There are way better games. The prices are just way lower. That's a fucking discount, right? And with gaming, it's more like, it's a matter of when. But gaming will be the biggest narrative in crypto. Easy. That's so freaking easy, actually, for me to say, because gaming already has 3 billion users. What else has, right? Now it just has to combine with crypto, and that's getting better and better and better. So in that case, some ecosystems on gaming might be really well. Beam is now at real cheap prices. Beam had for on its Bitcoin pair, it had support here, broke. A little left here, broke. And now where it started basically, there it's finally having its first bounce since the beginning of January for a month. So I feel like, okay, like this could be, it could be a dead cat bounce, right? Where, right? Could be, definitely. But I do feel like, hey, when the market turns around, Beam will be a nice one, right? On the dollar pair, it's a little not great at the moment, right? To be honest. Had support here, broke down, now gonna be resistance. So on the Bitcoin pair, I would say buy of a lifetime opportunity. On the dollar pair, I would say, yeah, simply broke my rules. Not looking that good. Nevertheless, yeah, I don't know. Let's see how it plays out. This is a matter of, do you believe in gaming and are you willing to take, chart-wise, some risk? Infrastructure-wise, I think it's a good one. And the last one, actually, Giga. Never really talked about it. The thing is with Giga, I'm watching these meme coins, but I never really like to buy them in the middle of the hype. One example is, for example, Peanut. when Alex Becker started to talk about the fact that he was going to buy this, I thought, oh, top signal, man. And it kind of turned out that it was. What has most history, man? Let me take a few here, actually. Yeah, this is all not great. Peanuts USD. Anyway, like I said, when Alex Becker started to talk about it, it felt a little like, okay, maybe we should be a little careful with this one, because he's also not really into memes, and he just publicly tweeted like, okay, fuck it, I'm a YOLO in, I don't want to miss out. And that was basically here somewhere. But now the hype has cooled off so much, and these coins are so wrecked, right? People talking about meme coin super cycle. I don't know about super cycle, but this thing went down 94%. That's the danger with meme coins. They can do very well, but they can fucking wreck you as well. And I don't want to be there, right? So when everybody's talking about it, it's not for me, okay? Now that the prices are lower, I feel like, okay, interesting, right? Same goes for Popcat, for example. Popcat on its Bitcoin pair, by the way, now also finally bouncing at its last resort. So interesting level right here. But it gets wrecked so hard, right? Now for Giga, it is for me kind of the same thing. I see the community. I get it. I think that this is one of the stronger ones when it comes to community. Also chart-wise, right? It had a lot of resistance, but it showed like, hey, from that point we can fly. We can retest it. Fuck that. That level means something. Fly again. Let's retest it again. Now there we are. This is a level for me. This is a level. On its dollar pair, I haven't checked it out yet. I think that Maxi lists all these crap before anything else. Yeah, on the dollar pair as well. I mean, what do you want, right? Resistance here, support again, right? Also, the fact that at the highs, it was kind of in an uptrend, right? It's overall kind of a distribution pattern as well, of course, right? You can make it, see it like this. But the highs were also strong, right? Now, Giga is basically one big trading coin, right? If you buy it down here and you sell it up here, it's a long ass trade, but it's a 3x trade, right? If you put $1,000 in, start with 1,000, sell here, 3K, you wait for it to come down, you do the same thing again, you have 9K, right? You 9x your money in one range with one coin, basically. Right? And I know in hindsight, that's all easy, but so far that's the chart. So we can keep on doing this until it breaks one of the directions. So this is purely kind of like, why the fuck do I talk about Giga and not about the coins that I always talked about before? Because again, I see the range, I see the chart, and I feel like, okay, the hype has cooled off. But once the market turns, there's hype for this kind of stuff, right? There's hype. But you don't buy here, right? Unfortunately, a lot of people did. But you buy here, right? So I get it. I have no, I have a little amount, really little amount that I bought yesterday. So let's see how it plays out. Bought the low so far, so we'll find out. Again, a lot of other coins. I like a Tau, for example. I love Tau as a coin. I love Ronin. Near looks fantastic, by the way. Like really freaking fantastic, by the way. So they're like, these coins might have well got into the list as well. It's not like I just want to mention 10, right? So I feel like, oh, this is not mentioned. I know I had to pick 10, but overall the whole market is now in a pretty decent opportunity. Not the whole market, but a lot of coins are actually. Gaspa also, by the way, Here, everybody was talking about it. Now nobody's talking about it. Might be a good moment, right? This is for the Alpha Factory. I've shared it with someone. So if you want to join the Alpha Factory, I can draw these charts for you and you can use it. For now, I want to wrap it up right here, guys. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn the bell notification on. See you in the next one.